Everybody, and welcome to today's video. I just want to come outside really quick and show you guys a well-lit view of this look. Today I filmed this look for you guys and I hope that you love it. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up and look out for more videos. Okay, so to start off this look, I'm going to be going in with an eczema lotion. I usually use this around my mouth, my cheeks, and my neck because that's where I'm the most dry. As far as the rest of my face, I use a mattifying primer just so I don't get oily throughout the day. So you guys will see me right here. I'm going to be putting on the mattifying primer right on top of my nose and then pretty much my T-zone, so that's my forehead and under my eyes. And that just keeps me from getting oily throughout the day. A lot of people ask me like on a regular basis how I keep so matte, and I think it has a lot to do with my priming. So here I already did my eyebrows off camera. I can do a whole tutorial on my brows if y'all want, but yeah, I just wanted to show blending out my concealer. I usually put concealer on my eyelids to prime them as well. So usually I like to put concealer all over my lids and then blend it out really nicely. So this will just act as like a base, and you want like your lid to be all one color, and I have discoloration in my lids and a lot of other people do. So putting a concealer on top really helps with that. And here I'm just taking a pressed powder and putting it on top of that concealer just so it's not tacky, and it'll help the colors blend a lot better. So now I'm going in with this kind of light orange shade. It's really subtle and it's called Cocoa Taxi, and it's really beautiful, and I'm just putting this all in my crease. So right here I'm getting the shade right next to it, and it's a little bit deeper of an orange and has kind of reddish in it. And because this is a darker color and it pops a lot more than the orange, I'm focusing this specifically on my crease. So your crease is where that line is that I'm like right on top of. That's where you want to put like the deeper colors, and it will create more depth in your eye. So next I'm going to be taking my foundation. I use the Milani Conceal and Perfect, and I'm also using the Sephora blending brush, and I really just stamp it on my skin and blend it in. You can do like circular motions. I like to just press it in the skin, and it kind of gives you the same coverage if you use a sponge. And I always take the excess and put it down my neck and just really blend it in because you want your neck to match your face, of course. Next, I'm going to be taking this sponge and just pressing in all of that foundation so that it's just super blended and super seamless. Now I'm just taking this concealer. I really love this concealer. I used to love it when it like first was out and then the Shape Tape came along, so I kind of forgot about it, but it's a really good inexpensive concealer by Maybelline. It's the Fit Me concealer. You can get it at the drugstore or Walmart, and I highly recommend it. So right here I'm just blending out my concealer. I'm going back and forth just so that there's not more product on one side than the other. So just kind of going back and forth while I'm blending that out. As you guys can see, it's a super pretty, like, I don't know, just really pretty and inexpensive, and my two favorite things. Okay, so here I'm just blending out any wrinkles or anything that wouldn't make this powder go on top seamlessly. So I just blend that out with my foundation brush, and now you guys can see I'm taking a tulip shaped brush and pressing in loose powder. I usually only use loose powder initially to set my concealer. And this just gives me the best flawless look. You guys can just see, like, on camera, it just, I feel like it immediately just makes my under eyes airbrushed. And as for setting the rest of my face, I use the Maybelline Fit Me powder. It's like in a pressed little component, and I take a big brush and just put this all over the rest of my face where I didn't put concealer. Alright, so now I'm going to contour. I'm taking this huge fan brush. It's really fluffy. I really love this brush. I usually do not like fan brushes because they're jank, but this one is so fluffy, like, I love it. So I'm just focusing my contour right up under, like, my cheekbones. If you do what I'm doing and, like, making fish lips, if you do that, it'll help you find where your contour is supposed to go. So now I'm gonna take this highlight. It has like pink undertone. I'm not gonna use blush. This is gonna kind of be used as my blush and my highlight. You can't really pick it up on camera, but it has some pink in it, so it kind of acts as both. And I'm taking this big brush. You can use a smaller brush to focus it, like, on the high planes of your cheeks, but I kind of like it to be not as focused on one spot, if that makes sense. So now I'm taking this, like, shader brush, and I'm taking that deeper orangey red shade that I had earlier, and I'm just dusting it, like, on my lower lash line and connecting it to the outer V, so everything's just blended really nicely. And now I'm just taking a bigger brush that's kind of the same shape, and I'm using that to blend it out a little better. I think it's super cool. This look only has 2 shades, and it looks really pretty. So now we're setting the face and just pushing in all that liquid. So now I'm taking some bottom mascara and just lightly putting that on my lower lash line. And last is lips, which the camera cut off, so I'm sorry. But that is all for this tutorial. We can agree to work like this. I need you to give me your time. I need